They said the outpost was haunted. I didn't believe it when I took the assignment. Outpost 9 sat on the edge of the frontier, nestled in the shadow of a broken moon. Most of the colony had moved planetside, abandoning the old station to time and dust. What was left were flickering lights, silent corridors, and a rotating roster of maintenance workers. I was just the next name on the schedule. My job was simple: maintain power systems, make sure oxygen scrubbers were functional, and check in with Earth every 3 days. That last one was mostly to prove I hadn't gone stir-crazy. I'd been there for 12 days when I saw her. It was midnight ship time. The station's day cycle lights were dimmed to mimic night, giving the hallways that eerie bluish tint. I was heading back to my quarters after checking a pressure valve when I saw something move. Something fast. Something alive. My heart skipped. I stopped in my tracks and listened. Nothing. "Hello," I called, my voice barely above a whisper. Silence. I chalked it up to sleep deprivation, kept walking, and didn't think much of it, until I saw her again the next night. This time I wasn't alone. My surveillance drone, Bix, caught the figure too. Just a glimpse. A silhouette disappearing around a corner. "Play that back," I ordered. The video showed a humanoid shape, small, lean, wearing something that shimmered in the low light. Bix's sensors couldn't get a lock. Heat signature was weird, and the outline seemed to blur at the edges, like she didn't want to be seen. And yet she kept showing up, always at midnight. By the 5th night I gave up pretending it was nothing. I started leaving supplies out, rations, blankets, water. And they'd be gone by morning. No signs of forced entry. No damage. Just gone. So I left a note. "I don't know who you are, but you don't have to hide. I won't hurt you." That night I stayed up. Waited. Midnight came and went. No one. I fell asleep in the chair near the common room, and woke up to a whisper. "Human." I jolted upright. She was there. 5 feet away, watching me with luminous eyes like molten silver. Her skin was a faint blue like moonlight on ocean water. Her hair floated around her as if caught in invisible currents. She wasn't wearing any kind of suit, just thin, iridescent fabric that clung to her like mist. I sat very still. "You can see me," she said, tilting her head. "Yeah," I croaked. "You're real." She looked down at herself, confused. "I didn't mean for you to. But it's all right now. Who are you?" She took a step forward, still cautious. "I am called Elia." "Are you from the colony?" "No. Farther. Much farther." Her voice had a musical lilt, strange but soft. "Why are you here?" I asked, still blinking away sleep. Elia hesitated. Then she said, "Because you're here." That's when I realized she'd been watching me for longer than I thought. "You came just to see me." "I was curious," she said. "You hum quietly. You dream loudly. You fix the machines even when you didn't have to. You whistle even when alone." I wanted to understand. My throat tightened. "You've been watching me this whole time." "Yes." That might have sounded creepy, but it wasn't. Not from her. There was a kind of innocence to her presence. Something unthreatening, vulnerable even. "Were you living here? In the station?" "I drifted into it. Your kind abandoned many places. But this one was warm." I leaned forward. "What are you?" She hesitated. "I am not supposed to be. Not in this form. I watched your people, learned your shape. I did it wrong at first. Arms too long. Mouth in the wrong place. I learned." She shimmered slightly, like her form was only a suggestion, not solid matter. Something alien struggling to wear a human disguise. "You did this just to be near me." She looked down. I didn't mean to disturb you. I shook my head. You didn't. I've been alone for a long time. You're the first real person I've talked to in weeks. Her gaze met mine again. I know. That's why I came. Over the next few days she came more often. Always at night. I learned more about her, though the details were always fragmented. She was old. Far older than she looked. She didn't remember her planet's name. Said it didn't exist anymore. Her people had evolved past the need for solid bodies, drifting between dimensions like dreams. Most of them moved on. But she didn't. I lingered, she said one night as we shared tea. I felt pulled. Like something was unfinished. And you think it's me? I don't know. But being near you makes me. Remember. Remember what? What it was like to be real. There was a serenity in her presence. We talked for hours, about music, old Earth stories, the stars she'd seen. Sometimes she'd sing. I didn't understand the words, but they felt ancient, beautiful. She never asked for anything. She just wanted to be close. But of course, nothing gold ever lasts. On day 28, Earth Command pinged me with a surprise update. Unidentified energy signatures detected near Outpost 9. Be advised. Potential xenocontact. Backup arriving in 72 hours. Hold position. Do not engage. I stared at the message, my gut sinking. They'd found her. I didn't tell Elia, not yet. That night, I asked her if she'd ever met humans before. No, she said softly. Not like you. What do you mean? Others would have tried to capture me. Cut me open. Use me. She was right. We would have. I wanted to warn her. But how do you tell someone that your people are about to ruin everything? So I just held her hand instead. Her fingers were warm, light as mist. The next day the sensor alarms screamed. 3 ships. Unmanned drones. Earth's finest. I activated a false lockdown, cut the surveillance feed, and scrambled the power grid. It wouldn't hold them off for long. That night Elia came early. You're afraid, she said quietly. He nodded. They're coming. For you. She looked out the viewport at the stars. I should have left sooner. No, I said. I don't want you to go. But I must. If I stay, they will take me. If I run, they'll chase me. I do not want to be hunted. There has to be another way. She turned to me, eyes glowing faintly. Would you come with me? Froze. What? If I took you into the in-between? You could be like me. Not forever. But long enough to disappear. You want me to abandon my body. Not abandon. Leap. Yourself, your soul, it would travel. You'd see things no human has ever seen. And when it is safe, I could bring you back. I looked around the station. The cold walls. The flickering lights. The emptiness. And then I looked at her. I trust you. She stepped close, placing a hand on my chest. Her palm was warm and then impossibly cold. My vision blurred. The room stretched and folded in on itself. Colors I didn't have names for bled into existence. I felt myself lifting, leaving, and then, darkness. I woke up to silence. No alarms, no voices, just the soft hum of systems I didn't recognize. I was floating. No, not floating. Drifting. Elia stood or hovered nearby. Her form was different now. Less human. More radiant. Like a sculpture made of starlight. You're safe, she whispered in my mind. How long? I asked. 2 weeks. They came. They searched. They found nothing. Will they come back? Eventually. But not for a while. I've placed you where they cannot find you. She reached for me again. Do you want to return? Thought about it. Earth. Orders. Loneliness. No, I said. Not yet.